One of the most common questions that I get asked from you guys is, where do I recommend getting a custom-made, made-to-measure suit from? When you look on Google, you see the same 5 or 6 companies at the top of the search results every time. And they're at the top of the search results because they pay big bucks to be there. A cost which usually goes back into the cost of the suits, making the suits more expensive. Most of the reviews online are also from those same 5 or 6 companies. Not a whole lot of people travel to the second page of Google search results. But what about newer companies or companies who prefer to keep their costs lower to save you money on a new suit? They can be a little bit harder to find, and then the question remains, are their suits worth it? It's hard to tell the difference between a company that makes a crappy suit with a bit of markup for advertising and a company that makes a good suit with lower markup. Well, today I'm reviewing a custom-made suit from My Suit Tailor. Don't go anywhere because I think you're going to want to stick around for this. I'm Bill Sweet and welcome to the DadBod. As you know, I try to refrain from telling you what you need to buy and where because I don't know your needs, your wants, or your preferences. My goal for today is to introduce you to a company that I was recently introduced to, My Suit Tailor. Alex Kripliani, the founder, reached out to me and asked me if I would be willing to review one of their suits in a video. Works for me because I get to make a video for you all. Works for them because if the suit's good, it hopefully introduces new people to their products, and it works for you because you either get to find a new place to get an affordably priced suit or you get to cross a place off of your list from your search. I am currently wearing the suit and I love it. I would strongly suggest considering these guys for your next suit. Now let me tell you why, but before I do, I want to remind you of something. I don't take money to give positive reviews. I simply do reviews and let the products speak for themselves. Puts me at a disadvantage against some of the other big name reviewers out there. So if you want to help, just simply subscribe and watch videos. The ad revenue from YouTube gets used towards reducing my out-of-pocket costs for these videos, and you get to learn, hopefully, you get to learn something new. Alex, the founder, spent more than 20 years as a traveling tailor, and he's worked to size and create clothing for some big names around the globe. And then in 2018, he decided that an online presence is necessary, which is pretty accurate. At that point, they created My Suit Tailor's online shop. Now, I got the impression from an email that he had sent me that he didn't much care for the phrase made to measure because most made to measure focuses mostly on a computer algorithm to cut the fabric, whereas they still work the old school way of checking each and every measurement and style details personally. And I can tell you firsthand, I sent them the measurements that I always use. I keep it on a little card. They responded back asking me to verify 2 of the measurements, said that they seemed slightly off. Now, I thought I had a typo when I sent it to them. Maybe I said 34 inches instead of 44 inches or something like that. No, it was a difference of an inch. He suggested that I modify 2 of my measurements by about an inch, the trouser length and the thigh. Curiosity got the better of me, and as you can see, they were 100% correct, which has now been updated on my personal measurements card that I keep in my drawer. As normal, I'm going to go over the trousers first and then the jacket. Now, just to note, I've worn the suit probably 5 or 6 times now over the past month. I wanted to make sure that I got a good feel for the suit before making this review. With the trousers, there isn't a whole lot of customizing that you can do to a pair of trousers. I mean, I chose no pleats. I do have pleats on some of my trousers, but I personally like them better without. I chose pant loops for belts. I chose 2 back pockets. I normally don't put things in my back pockets, but I'm so used to having back pockets that I feel off without them. And then I chose no pant cuffs. The trousers do have an inner lining that goes all the way down to the knee. It's got a nice European cut, which has a slimming effect. Now, baggy trousers on a suit just looks sloppy. These have the perfect quarter break, which is exactly where I like my trousers to end. And now for the jacket. I love how that royal blue looks inside of the gray shark skin. I know most people are never going to see it. You can't see it. So, I like it. And then I went with the slim fit again. Peak lapels, they do look better with my larger frame. It's got the breast pocket and then 3 pockets on the front. I did go with the ticket pocket. I don't have a jacket with a ticket pocket yet, so I wanted to see how I like it, and so far so good. I don't really use it, but it gives the jacket a little bit more character. I went with a single-breasted 2 buttons. That's my go-to. 3 buttons raises this V up a little bit high, which elongates my already long torso, so I tend to go with the 2 buttons. I got 4 buttons on each sleeve, and they are functioning buttons known as surgical buttons. Most suits that aren't custom made have the buttons just sewn on, but they're just for show. They don't actually work. These ones do. It's not something that I'll ever actually use, but it's kind of like a show of a status, a better quality suit. On the back, we've got the double vents. I prefer the double vent. Now make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be releasing a video soon explaining the differences between no vents, single vents, and double vents. Got some really good information there for you all. And on the inside, you can really see that royal blue lining. It's got 4 inner pockets, 1 on each side. And there's the custom monogram. And then we have the lower pocket and a pen pocket because I always need a pen and never have one. Now, another thing to note, the upgrades like the monogram and the different color stitching around the first buttonhole, that was free for everybody. Now, let's talk about the fabric and the construction. This is a gray sharkskin fabric made from premium Italian Super 110S wool from Vital Barbaris Canonico. It's very soft, very good fabric. I can't find any visible issues with this fabric. The suit is a full canvas, so it is going to fit better over time as that canvas conforms to my body. And then now let's look at the quality. You can see that the stitching is spot on. And here's my favorite thing about the suit. I've purchased several made-to-measure suits. The first one that I purchased with every company so far has needed modifications, and pretty much all of them do the modifications, the free remakes or alterations. Now, Oliver Wigs, Hawker T, NCG Tailor, M Tailor, and several others, they've all needed modifications on the first one. This one fit perfectly the first time. However, if it did have sizing issues, they would take care of that for you for free. At $495, this is one of their more expensive suits. They have a couple of suits at the $525 range, but the bulk of them are in the mid $300 range. I've done several reviews of affordable suits from online retailers under $400. Here's a link to those. However, I would strongly suggest considering My Suit Tailor for your next suit because with those, you've got to take them in to get them tailored after you buy them. With these, you don't have the added cost of taking it to a tailor because it's made to fit you.